Hello everybody, welcome to my 21st week pregnancy vlog. Want to start out saying that I had my ultrasound and it's a boy. I was really surprised to find out that it was a boy because I thought for sure, like I was so set on it being a girl because of the way that my pregnancy was going. Even though they say that each pregnancy is different, but for Jaden and Connor, they were like exact on, identical. And then this pregnancy was going the same way as my daughter's was. Well, surprise, surprise, it proved me wrong. It's a boy, and in the ultrasound room, the technician, she was really, really nice too. She gave me a whole bunch of pictures and she asked if we wanted to see what it was, or if she ended up seeing what it was before we did, if she wanted us to tell her, or if she wanted her to tell us. And we said absolutely. But when we were getting called in, my mom and my husband were there, and they said that only one person is allowed to come into the room during the measurements and like finding out if everything is okay. So my mom went back to the waiting room and waited, and we said that once we find out what the baby is, or before we find out what the baby is, we'll call you in. And so everything is great. I don't know what it means because I don't remember. I don't even think they told me with the other three. But my placenta is in the front, and I asked her, I said, would that be a reason why, like sometimes with my other friends that are pregnant, and what I've read online, that there's already people that are seeing their babies kick through their stomach and like kicking stuff off their stomach. And I've seen the baby kick twice through, but it wasn't that hard. I said, so since the placenta is in the front, does that mean that the placenta is cushioning the impact? And she said it could be, but as long as it's away from the cervix, you're fine, blah, blah, blah. But it was kind of nice for her to tell me where it is, because with all the other ultrasounds I had with the other three, I had no clue where it was, didn't even think to ask. So I've got the pictures here of the ultrasound. They gave me 6 pictures. And it was kind of funny too, because she was taking the measurements and everything's on schedule. They didn't change my my due date, thank God, and everything is on time. And he kept opening and closing his mouth, and he was sitting there, and his arm was up like this, and all of a sudden he went like that, like he was waving. It was actually pretty cute. And when she was going to see what he was, she kind of put the ultrasound thing on my stomach a little bit like hard so she could move them, and down in the bottom of my stomach where like my pubic bone would be, it hurts, like there's a bruise there, but my husband says there's not because I can't see underneath. So like ever so often, like it doesn't hurt like now, but when I touch it, it kind of does. But anyway, she got him to flip. Sorry about the noise outside. They're doing landscaping work here in the little community thing. Anyway, so as soon as he turned over from his back to his stomach, and his legs were closed. And then it's like he opened them up really slowly, like, you sure you want to see? And there it was. I was like, oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. I still can't believe it's a boy, because I thought for sure it was a girl. But in the ultrasound room, we ended up changing the name again. But this time, I know I keep saying it, this time it's set in stone, because we're already calling him baby, you know. And the kids were playing with sidewalk chalk outside, and I put like Jaden, Sarah, Connor, and the baby's name. And I wasn't going to mention where I got the name from, because I didn't want anybody blasting me on YouTube, or the person that named her son this to come back and, you know, like say that, you know, I had that name first or whatever. Like I just don't want like to be pounded for it type of thing. But I thought it was a really nice name, and if you turn the two letters in the beginning of the name around, it spells my dad's name. And I also like how it goes with the middle name, which is Lawrence, for my grandfather's name. So I'm going to tell you, and I hope that I don't get rude comments, but it's from JP Seuss, and I really like her. She's my very, was she the first person I subscribed to? I don't remember, but she's an amazing mother, and I can't believe she's got 5 boys, and here I am worrying how I'm going to get 3, or how I'm going to handle 3. But I really like the name Grayson. So if you turn the names or the letters around to G-R-A-Y or G-A-R-Y, it spells my dad's name, which is Gary. So he really liked it, and I think that Grayson Lawrence really goes together. And my mom, she doesn't like the name, but I don't really care, but I really liked it. So we're going to name him Grayson. So JP Seuss, if you end up seeing this, yes, I did copy your son's name. And I didn't do it as a mean way. I just love the name, and you had a very good idea on naming your son that, so I kind of copied it because I liked it so much. So that's that. So now I'll show you guys the ultrasound pictures. So here they are. That's the first one there. You can see the little heart valve there in the stomach right there. He's got his head up. And this one here, he's scrunching all up, and you can see the ring of or the bead of pearls, as they call it, for the spine. And then this one here, he's got his hands up, or his hand up, and that's a leg. And then this one here, he's got his chin up again. And this one here's my favorite one. I've got this on my Facebook status. That one there, his legs are all crunched up, and he just looks so cute, and you can see the teeth buds in the jaw. And then this one. So that's baby Grayson. And then I also had an idea last night about the diaper bag issue. I keep going back and forth on which one I want, and I can't make up my mind. But I decided that this purse that I got a couple of maybe almost a year ago from a bag outlet, I think it's called Bentley Bags, and it's just a black purse, and it's big, and I decided that I'm going to use it as my diaper bag because I'm going to be breastfeeding, so I don't need the side pockets for the bottles. So right now I have all my stuff in it that I used to carry around with me, and I just kept it in there. I'm not a purse carrying girl. Like if I end up going out somewhere and I need my wallet, I just take my wallet, or I just take the card. But I'm going to use this as my diaper bag. I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. So this is it. It's from D-Fusion is the name of it. You can see that there's stitching on it. I really like how the handles there has like the chains. So that's the front of it. And then the back of it is just all plain. And like I said, it's a pretty big purse. So I'm going to use this as my diaper bag. It's kind of messy in there, but it's actually pretty big. So I'm going to be taking all that stuff out, whatever I don't use, and using this as my diaper bag. So I'll do a review on it, on how I have it all set up and stuff. Who knows, I might change my mind. I might want a diaper bag, but why go and spend like $30, $40 on a bag when there's one right there not being used? So other than that, this week has gone by pretty fast, actually. I can't believe I'm going to be 21 weeks already tomorrow. And on this coming Wednesday, June 20th, I've got my next midwife appointment. Everything's going good. No new... Oh yes, I do have another craving. I swear this baby's going to come out 10 pounds. I don't know for people that are watching this that are in the United States, but there's a pizza restaurant called Pizza Hut. It's probably already American, I have no idea. But anyway, they've got the stuffed crust cheese pizzas, and I really like them. Like, we got it last night. My husband had 4 pieces, and I had 5.5. And I didn't even think I was that hungry. Like, I eat my vegetables, I eat my fruit, and, you know, like all the good stuff. I take my prenatal vitamins, but I'm eating a little bit too much junk food. And I never had gestational diabetes before, and yesterday I was at a blood clinic getting a urine test done for whatever C+S is. I don't know exactly what that is, but she said it was missing in my prenatal bloods test thing when, like, in the very beginning. So I went to go and get it done, and there was a girl there that was getting her her 1 hour sugar test done. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder that since this is my 4th child and I've never had any problems with the sugar test before, if she's going to offer it to me. And if she offers it to me and says you can go and do it, or it's okay if you don't, if I should or not. So because I'm a little, I started out my pregnancy overweight. I'm maybe about 35 pounds overweight. Like I said, I never lost the weight of my babies, my other pregnancies, but I've lost, like, it's gone up and down. So I'm not sure if I should go and do it as a precautionary measure, or if I should just skip it all together and not worry about it. I'm not too sure. And another thing I wanted to mention too is that with the circumcision bit, I'm not going to circumcise this time. I have 2 boys already that I circumcised, and my first son went, like, totally beautifully, I guess, if you want to call it. But my second son, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. If I did, bear with me. My second son, he was done at a different clinic, because when we ended up having him, I couldn't find the clinic that we took Jaden to 4 years prior. I think it might have even been closed, or I don't remember where it is. But I don't know if they do it with everything, with every circumcision, or how they do it where you live or whatever. But with my first son, they put this plastic ring on his penis to keep the skin away from the head of the penis, so the incision and everything could heal. Well, they didn't do that with Connor. He just said to put polysporin on it or whatever, and let it be. Don't touch it. Don't do the alcohol swabs or anything. Well, I went to a pharmacy to try to find polysporin for babies, and they said you shouldn't. Sorry, my son is his TV show is all done. Just a second, Connor. So they didn't put the ring on him, and I went to a pharmacy, and I asked them what kind of polysporin I could put on a 5-week-old. And she says, why do you want to put polysporin on a baby? And I told her, and she says, you don't put polysporin on a newborn baby, especially there. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with it then? And she's like, well, I don't know anything about circumcision, but if you absolutely have to, just put Vaseline on it, but he might get a rash. So I didn't do anything to it. I just kept it clean. And like the head of a non-circumcised penis is supposed to have a ring on it. He doesn't. So it's just like skin and tip of head. So after when it all cleared up and it healed fine, like no infection or anything, it just looks really weird, and it kind of, I wouldn't say funny because I'm actually worried about it, but it just looks odd. And I'm worried about when he is like 10 years old, as he grows, it grows, and the skin is going to pull, and he's going to be really uncomfortable. And I'm also thinking of him when he gets into relationships and, things like that. So I ended up going to my doctor when he was about 3 months old or so, when it totally cleared up and everything, and I started getting worried about it. And she said that he should be okay, but he might need corrective surgery. So I was like, wonderful. So since I had that done and worried about it, that it's going to happen again, and seeing what they do in preparation, because with my first son, my husband went in and he never told me anything. Well, I was crying my eyes out, I was shaking, I was bawling, it was horrible. I didn't know what they did. Now, since I know what they do, my phone is ringing. Just a minute.